Hi guys, this video is titled, Who's Your Daddy? This is day 15 of self-renewal and it's been going phenomenal. It's been going really great. There's been some ups and downs, but for the most part I would say there are more ups than downs. Yesterday I did a Bible study with my cousin-in-law. We read from Proverbs 13:20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. We had a really long, in-depth discussion on that. I'm not going to kill you with it, but since the beginning of the year, I've been taking a really good look at myself and what makes me me and what makes me tick. Who is my daddy? When I was 4, my mother put my father out of the house, so I went 3 years without seeing my dad. And I distinctly remember when we were going to meet up with my dad again when I was 7. I remember being in the cab and I remember saying, what am I going to call him? Do I call him by his name? Do I call him Papi? Do I call him Dad? Do I call him Daddy? Do I call him Pops? And I really was torn. Ultimately, when I saw him, I guess somehow or another I settled on Daddy. And over the years, my dad and I are really, really very close. Strange relationship, but I love him. He's my dad. But over the years, I had to learn who is my real daddy, because my biological dad could not fulfill a lot of the needs that I may have needed as a daughter. I may not have made some of the mistakes that I've done and done some of the things that I have done if it weren't for some of the mistakes or some of the decisions that other people made on my behalf. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not blaming anybody. This is giving me the opportunity to work through this myself and to come to a conclusion myself. But ultimately, I remember one day crying out in despair, and I said, Abba. Abba means father. And I realized at that moment who my father really was. And it feels good to know that my father is a wonderful, perfect being who has nothing but wonderful plans for me, and I can't wait to see what they are. My youngest son asked me a really interesting question the other day. He looked at me and he said, but Mommy, what are the plans that God had for your life? And I said to my son, I said, well, I'm still kind of working through that right now. But you being 11 and knowing God and having a relationship with God, you have a better chance than I do of finding out what your destiny is in life. And hopefully you will walk with God and allow Him to lead your footsteps. And then you won't make some of the dumb mistakes that I made, because you'll know better. Because my sons know who their daddy really is. And yeah, they know who their daddy is, know who their biological daddy is, but ultimately they know who their heavenly father is, and that's the most important thing. So who's your daddy? Ask yourself that.